Till then, do one thing, drop your details like your full name, which should be in your certificate, and your email address and your phone number. Okay. So, good afternoon, everyone. Hope all are doing well. So, if anyone like comfortable, you can switch on your camera so that the session will be interactive. Okay. First, I'll introduce Stuvely Technology, what we provide the services. Then our today's trainer, which is Nida ma'am, she will continue with our today's masterclass. My voice is like audible, right? So, as Stuvely Technology Private Limited has a successful track record in the field of academia, research, training, recruitment, and job assistance. Since its inception in 2018, we also offer training and internships for all levels of the professional world. It starts from plus two level to a seasoned professional. We in Stuvely Technology emphasize the academic and research development, as no civilization can survive without education and can't progress without research. So we work with each applicant to prepare them for employment ready. As Stuvely Technology bridges the gap between employer and employer via the family holds. Please mute yourself when you are in a class. You can screen. So this is our Stuvely.com, which is Stuvely Technology Private Limited website. We have unique services as learning and teaching platform. We have Prayug.com. For internship and training program, we have student.com. For like build your professional resume, we have resumotion.com. For searching job nearby your location, we have navrojan.com. For searching universities and colleges nearby your location, we have vidyagun.com. For psychometric test, we have sudhaksha.com. For research and development, we have anushram.com. So these are the unique services which Stu Valley family holds. Nida ma'am, you can take over from here.
Hey, hi. Thank you. Thank you, Sita. Thank you so much. Yes. So, hello, everyone. So, thank you for joining this Java Masterclass. So, I am Nida, and I'm excited to be here with you today. So, yes, I'm into the IT industry for the past 8 years. So, and also I'm a corporate trainer who used to provide the training for the freshers and the employee who works on the production in my organization. So today, we will explore the basics of Java and understand its object-oriented features. So our goal today is to provide you with a solid foundation in Java and give you a glimpse of its real-world applications. By the end, you will have a good foundation to start your journey in Java programming. So before we dive in, I would love to know, I would love to know more about like what is your expectation for today's session? So what is your expectation? So you have joined our master class, right? So what is your expectation? You can put your comments on the chat, okay? Yes. Guys, let's be more interactive, okay? I know like we have a class after the lunch hour, so I know how it would be, but trust me, I will make this 1 hour more interesting. And as I said you, by the end of our master class, you will have a good foundation. So really trust me, but for that, I also need your support. So make it more interactive. Okay. All right. So please let me know like what is your expectation? Okay, what do you hope to learn or achieve by the end of this masterclass? Okay, so yes, thank you, Anil Kumar, for the quick response. Okay, all right, so we will learn today something new. My expectation is to learn mastery in Java. Okay, Adesh, yes, so just wants to learn hands-on experience on Java. Okay, all right, okay. Okay, let me ask you one more. Like, how many of you are coming from the IT background? Is there anyone who comes from IT background? Okay, I have one. At least you can use the emojis over there, which is at the bottom. You can see react, right? So you can give a thumbs up also. You can make use of the emojis. Okay, so okay, EC student. Okay, fine. So we have the mixture. Okay, so we have a mixture of IT and the non-IT. Okay, all right. Okay, yes. Okay, so coming over here, so I'll be, what I say, like below to your video, if you see, there will be there will be options like participants, chat, react, share, or something options will be there, right? So I hope you have an option called react. So if you click on that, you'll have some emojis. So you can make use of it. So that also will make our session more interactive. Okay, yes. And if you have any questions, yes, there is a emoji called raise hand. You can also, so I'm just going to do it. So you can see my hand is waved, right? So with this means like I can get to know that you have some questions. So I'll put my, I'll put hold on my explanation and I will answer to your question. And all I wanted is I want an interactive session, and trust me, I'll make this session more interesting for you. Okay, so great. Now I can see like mix of backgrounds and okay, so those who said like you're in the IT, so can you tell me like which programming language you're comfortable with, or you have any experience in the programming languages earlier? If it is yes, could you please tell me like the programming language also? Java. Perfect. Okay, so yes. All right. Okay, so can you please tell me like you're at the beginner level or intermediate or the advanced one? Perfect. So you have completed 3 months. Okay, you have 1 year experience, 3 months. So, okay, great, great. So I can see we have a mix of backgrounds and the experience levels here, but don't worry, today's session is designed to be the beginner friendly, but there will be something for everyone. Okay, all right. So yes. So don't worry, Kunal. Yes, you're into the right platform. Yes. Okay, so no matter your background, I promise. Yes, Sudhakar. Yes, I can understand. Yes. So no matter about your background, so I promise we will keep things engaging and practical. So don't hesitate to ask your questions also. So we all are here to learn and grow. All right, so let's get started with understanding what is Java and why it's such a valuable language to learn. Okay, so a few more questions, like let's say, like, I have one comment I'll just read out. So I'm not having any experience, but recently I completed my Java full stack development. Why I'm here is to gain more experience in the real-time experience. Okay, all right, Manoj. Perfect. Okay, all right. So yes, so let's start with, let me quickly share my screen. Okay, so please do let me know whether my screen is visible or not. Okay. So I hope you can see the notepad over here, right? Yes. Okay. So yes, let's say Java. Okay. So now, what is Java? Okay. So what is Java? Okay. So Java is a versatile. Okay, it's a versatile and versatile and high-level programming language. Sorry for the spelling. Yeah. All right, so I'm just typing a fast. Okay, just give me a second. Yeah. All right. So what is Java? Yes, Java is a versatile and it's a high-level programming language that's widely used in web development, mobile apps, and enterprise software. Let me explain you with an example. Imagine Java as a recipe book. Okay. Imagine Java as a recipe book that contains instructions to cook different types of dishes. So just as you can use the same recipe book to cook in any kitchen around the world. So Java allows you to write programs that can run on different devices without changing the code. So it's like having a universal recipe that works in any kitchen, whether it is a home, it's a restaurant, or even on a food truck, right? So if you like Italian cuisine, okay, so if you have a recipe, you can cook anywhere, even in your home also you can prepare it like the similar way. Okay, Java provides a set of instruction that can be used on any device. Either it can be a computer, either it can be a phone, etc. So to create software without needing to change the code. Okay, so yes, so this makes Java a versatile and widely used language, much like a universal recipe book, we can say, that every cook can use regardless of their kitchen setup. Either it can be a home, either it can be a restaurant, either it can be a food truck, whatever it is. Okay, if you have a recipe book, you can cook it. The same thing over here. If you have a Java code, yes, you can run it on any devices. Okay, so we can say the characteristics of Java. That one characteristics which I wanted to state over here is, okay, that is platform independence. Okay, platform independence. So it doesn't bother about what operating system we are using. Okay, either it is a Windows, either it is a Linux, either it is a Mac, whatever it is. Okay, it's a platform independence, which is Java is known for write once, run anywhere capability. Okay, if you write for only one time, yes, that is sufficient. So you can execute it on any devices with any platform. Okay, so write once. So this is the mantra for Java, we can say write once, run anywhere. So WORA, write once, run anywhere is the mantra for Java. Okay, yes. So now how, yes, we thought, we are going to start writing the Java, but where we are going to start, where we are going to start up with how we are going to write our program, where we are going to write a program. So in order to write a program, what are the prerequisites that we want? Yes, everything, let's have a look over here. Okay, so now if you're going to start up, yes. Why I'm going with the scratch is like, yes, we have a mix of participants over here. Okay, so I don't want to give a false hope for them. So I'm just going to give, I'm just going from the scratch. Okay, so again, yes, it's going to be a brush up for the people who already have an experience in the Java. And yes, okay, so suppose if you feel to have any other topic specifically, please, you can put it on the chat box. Okay, so I'll help you out with that as well. Okay, but anytime if you feel that I'm going fast or I'm going slow, yes, you can wave your hand or you can use the chat box to provide your comments. Okay, and yes, never mind whether you, never mind whether your doubts are small or big. Doubts are doubts. So please post your doubts on the chat box. Okay, I will definitely help you in understanding your doubts. Okay, all right, so let's quickly go on to this. Okay, now we are going to set up the Java environment. So to set up the Java environment, let's say like okay, the first thing is we need JDK, and the next thing is we need ID. Okay, so JDK, that is Java Development Kit, and then we say like IDE. Okay, the second one is IDE, which is like Integrated Development Environment. Okay, so now let's see that. Okay, so imagine the JDK as a toolkit. Okay, the toolkit which you receive. So when you start a new craft, okay, so when you start a new craft like woodworking, let's say, so it includes all the tools you need, your hammers, saws, measuring tapes, like that. So the JDK that provides all the tools you need to start coding in Java. Now let's say we saw an example, right? We saw an example of we saw an example, right? We saw an example of a kitchen atmosphere, right? Kitchen atmosphere. So now let's take about this JDK. All right. So JDK is an environment, so which has all your tools. So inside your kitchen, if you see, you have you have your stove, you have your mixie, you have your fridge. What are the tools that you wanted to cook? Everything will be there, which means like a fully functional kitchen. So that is what your JDK is. Okay, and then coming to your IDE. So IDE is like your crafting workplace. Okay, crafting the workspace, a well-organized workbench where you lay out your tools. So let's say like if you talk about the woodworking, yes, we will measure the wood, we will cut it. So it keeps everything neat and helps us to work more efficiently. Now, how do we relate this with our recipe example? Yes, JDK is a fully functional kitchen. So now I wanted to make use of it, right? So that's IDE. So if I want to prepare some dishes, I will go inside, I'll take all the required items, like, yes, so the spices, masalas, the vegetables, so everything I'll be taking out, and I'll cut the veggies and I'll start preparing it. So the place, okay, the place where we put all together, okay, that we call the IDE. Is it clear? Is it clear so far? Guys, can I have a response? A thumbs up or yes, or even yes is alone. The alphabet S is also fine. Thank you, Sayak. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the quick response, Venkatesh. Yes. Thank you, Sudhakar. Yeah. Now coming over here. All right. So the JDK that gives you the tools, while the IDE is the workspace that makes coding more manageable and efficient. Okay. So we are going to have a Java tool, and with the help of the tool, we are going to write the code in the workspace that is IDE. All right. So I have already, in my machine, I have already set it up. Okay. So now I'll tell you where you can take a JDK and where you can take a IDE. Just a quick glimpse I will give you, but I'm not going to show you like how to install and how to make use of it, because we have just 1 hour. I wanted to make you feel that you're comfortable with the foundation of Java. So I'm just going to quickly skip that concept, but I can tell you like where you can go ahead. So JDK, yes, we have Oracle JDK, and then we have Open JDK. So you can make use of it anything. So if you say like Oracle JDK download. So Google is a nice friend of me. So if I miss something or if I want something, I'll just say what I want. So immediately I will get it out. Okay, so just coming over here, like Oracle JDK download. So you can see it gives me the first option itself. It gives me. Okay, so nice friend, right? Okay, so friends are always like that, right? So we always, whenever we want something, we are having a friends to help out, right? So Google is one of my friend. Coming over here, let's go with the Java downloads. So you can see here, a lot of versions are available in the Java. So right now, the latest version you can see here is Java 22. Okay, and we have 17, 21, and the earlier previous versions also there. Okay, now you can take either Java, that is like JDK 22. Now coming over here, if you have a Linux machine, you can go ahead with these downloads. If you have Mac OS, yes, you can go to the Mac OS and you can download as per your system requirements. Coming to the Windows, yes, you can see over here. Okay, you can download and you can execute it. Okay, that's it. So I always suggest to go with like executable file or MSI. Don't go with a zip. Okay, why? Because you have to do everything like a manual. Okay, everything manually you have to do. So if you go with the exe file or MSI, even for the Mac also, I'm telling you. Okay, so if you go with the this DMG installer, okay, and for the Linux, if you go with this one, the Debian package. Okay, so it will automatically configure everything, whatever you wanted to run with the Java, everything will be configured automatically. But if you go with a zip file, a tar file, okay, and then this the tar file, you have to configure everything manually. So to avoid that, please go ahead with the exe and the MSI file. Now your JDK is ready. Now IDE. So there are several IDEs we have in the marketplace. Okay, your Visual Studio Code, Eclipse. Okay, like now these two are the most famous. Eclipse. Okay, and we have NetBrains, if I'm not wrong. NetBeans, right? Yeah, NetBeans. So in the colleges, if you see, you will be familiar with the NetBeans, right? But when you step into the IT industry, you won't use NetBeans. You will use Eclipse. So what I suggest is like, so whenever you are practicing your programming language in the IDE, give an experience of your Eclipse also. Okay, all right. Okay, so most we will be using Eclipse only because that covers all the programming languages, your Eclipse, Visual Studio Code. So these are the two that we will be mostly using it. And coming to the Python, if you see, we will be having a Python IDE, a separate one, but of course, even in Eclipse also you can run the Python. So no matter what programming language, you can go ahead with the Eclipse or Visual Studio Code. So today I'm going to make use of Eclipse. Okay, so now how do you download the Eclipse? Yes, again, I'm going to ask my friend Google. So simple, what I want, Eclipse download, click on it. So the first option. Okay, so you can see over here, if you go with the Eclipse download, so you can see here, so you can say download. Okay, again, if you based on your Windows, Mac OS, or the Linux, yes, you can select accordingly and you can go ahead. So when you say download, yes, it will be download the installer. Okay, so now from the installer, Okay, from the installer, what you have to select is like Java. Either you can go with the Java developer or Java Enterprise Edition. So why we want to go with the Enterprise Edition? Yes, so if you wanted to create, or if you wanted to create a normal Java programs, a basic Java programs, and then you can go with the Java developers. But if you want to create a real-time applications like web applications or mobile applications, something like that, then you can go ahead with the Java Enterprise Edition. Okay, so now I have in my system, okay, I'm going to use Oracle Java JDK, okay, and the Eclipse IDE. Now let me show you the version which I have. So once you install the Java, if you open the command prompt, okay, if you open the command prompt, so if you go and say Java -- version, that will tell you what version you are running. So I'm using a Java 17. Okay, Java 17, I'm using it. So then, yes, we can make use of Eclipse. Okay, so my Eclipse will start running. Okay, so just a second. Once it gets started, I will share that as well. So meanwhile, yes, you can also make use of Intel IJ idea. Okay, as I said, there are several, several IDs are available in the market. Okay, based on your comfort zone, yes, you can make use of it. But what I suggest is like if you're in the, if you're in the beginner level, make use of Eclipse or make use of Visual Studio Code. Okay, all right. Slowly, you can experience the several IDs which are available in the market. Okay. I'm so happy that I can see a lot of responses over here. So my session is in the interactive mode. I'm very, very happy. So thanks to you all. Okay, so yes. Okay, so my Eclipse, it's getting a little bit, okay, it's getting start. Just give me a second. Okay, I'll show you how the Eclipse will be. Okay, so coming over here. Yeah. So this is the Eclipse which I'm using. Okay, so you can see here Eclipse IDE for enterprise Java and web developers. So as I said you, all right, as I said you, like if you wanted to create a web applications, okay, then you can go ahead with the enterprise edition. If not, you can go ahead with the normal Java developers. Okay, so yes. So I don't know, like my Eclipse is getting a little, yeah, I think it started. So once you click on the Eclipse, so once you start with your Eclipse, you have this launcher. Okay, you have this launcher, that is you want to specify the location where you want to save your files. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create a new folder over here, like let's say like Stu Valley and then Java Masterclass. Okay, I'm giving a location and I'm going to say launch. Okay, so this will open the IDE. Okay, all right, yes. So yes, we have over here. So this is your Eclipse. Okay, all right, so now we are going to start with the Java. Okay, so now let's create a Java program. So whenever we are about to learn a new program, so or whenever we are about to learn a new language, we will start with an alphabets and we will start with the little words, right? So coming to the programming world, when you are going to learn a new programming language, we always start with the Hello World program. Okay, Hello World program is just saying like your first word in your new language. That's all. It's simple, but it's a first step to learning how to communicate. Okay, so now yes, let's create a Java project in the Eclipse. Okay, just go to the file and you can say new. Okay, and you have the variety of versions over here, but yes, you can go ahead with the other. And over here you can see the Java project. Select the Java and click on the next. So a few things you have to enter. Okay, so you can see the Java JDK version 17. So that is what is just installed on my system. So I'm making use of it and provide the project name. Okay, so I'm going to say like Java Master Class. Okay, just you want to provide the project name. That's it. The rest will be automatically filled. You can go with the defaults and you can click on the finish. So creating a project in the Eclipse is very, very easy. Just you have to create the project name and click on the finish. And finally, it will be asking whether you want to open in the Java perspective. What is this perspective? Because the tools, everything will be related with the Java. That will be easy for us to navigate and pick it up. So just say open perspective. So yes, So on the left side, yes, you can see the project. This is the project explorer, we can say, where we can see our projects that we are created in the particular workspace. Okay, so now you can see this is the project. Okay, so if you expand this, yes, you can see SRC. SRC is nothing but the source file where we will be writing our Java files. Okay, now coming over here to the thing, yes, it is the default one. Whenever we create a project, okay, this will be created. We can ignore this. Now let's go ahead and write our Hello World program. So right click on your, either you can right click on your project or you can right click on your SRC also, not a problem. The main thing what you have to do is you have to select a class over here. Okay, class. Each and every file which you create in the Java is considered as a class. Okay, so your Java file that will have an extension called .java, and when you are compiling it, a class file will be generated, and that class file is what our mantra, that is write once, run anywhere. Our class file. So if you are creating a Java program, so for example, if I'm creating a Java program, I'm executing it. If I want to share the same thing to you all, I can share the class file alone. But if you want the code, yes, I have to share the Java file. But if you don't want, just want to see the execution alone, in that case, I can share you the class file. So either it can be a Linux OS or Mac OS or Windows OS. You can just execute the class file. You can see the execution. You can see the output. Okay, that is what the mantra of Java. So always keep this in mind, like write once and run anyway. So now let's go ahead and click on the class. Provide a class name. So here we have a naming conventions. Okay, in the Java we have to follow the naming standards. Okay, so the class file. Okay, the name of your class file, okay, should be same as your class name. So what is this class name? Yes, we will deep dive into that in few minutes. Okay, so provide the name over here. All right, so the name, let's say, like I'm going to say hello world. Okay, hello world. Okay, and then yes, here it will be asking which method stubs you would like to create. So I want this public static void main. So let me explain this also, the complete structure. Just go ahead, hello world, and this, let's say finish. So you can see over here, the Hello World Java is created, and you can see the structure. The Java program structure is created for you. Okay, so simply you can come over here. I'll explain you the structure, don't worry. Okay, in the easiest way, I'll explain it to you. Now coming over here inside, okay, I'm just going to print, okay, a hello world. Okay, I'm just giving, simply I'm going to say a hello world one. So let's say like, okay, so the one which we are going to use is system.out.println. Okay, inside this, I'm going to say hello world. So what are the message that you wanted to print out, you wanted to display, then you have to put those messages inside this particular method only, that is system.out.println. Okay, now let me show you the output before we deep dive into this program structure. So you can see here a play button, so which we call it like a run button. Just click on the run. So you can see your output over here, that is hello world. Okay, hello world. Now coming over here. Okay, so let me explain you here. So this is a basic Java program. Okay, so the basic Java program is like a formal letter. Okay, formal letter that follows a specific format with some record section, right? Okay, so you will be having your, your from address to address. A formal letter will follow the standards, right? The format. The same thing over here. Okay, so first you will be having your class declaration. Okay, you'll have your class declaration and you have your package declaration. Package is nothing but the file, our Java file is there, right? It is created under a package. So we have to say like where our Java file is. Okay, that is what we call it, like a package. Okay, so you have to say the package, and then you have to say the class declarations, which we call it like a class definition. And then you have your main method. So any lines, whenever you, okay, I'll just increase the font. Just give me a minute. Okay, coming over here. I think it will be fine now. Okay, so now whenever you wanted to execute your Java program, and if you wanted to see some lines that to be executed, then all the things that has to be inside your main function. So whenever you click on the run button, the main function will get executed. So what are the lines that has to execute? You have to put it inside this main function. Okay, your main method, and finally your set of instructions that you have to be placed, which is there in the main, that will be executed. Okay, so now coming to the class definition. So this is the main body of your letter, I can say. Okay, the class is like the main body of your letter. It contains all the details of your message. Okay, so you can see the public class, hello world, and the main method, and here the set of instructions, right? Then coming over here, the class. Okay, class definition is this one. Okay, now coming to the class. A class is like a container. So you can see the class definition, and this class is like a container or the main envelope of your program. And it must match, okay, the name of your class name that should match with your name of your file. If you're writing your, if you're writing your file name as in a lowercase, yes, your class name should be the same. But the naming convention, the naming standard is always your class name that starts with the uppercase letter. Okay, always it will start with the uppercase. Now coming over here, it should be the same, otherwise you will get an error. So for example, let me say I'm removing it. Can you see a red color line is underlined over there? If you hover your mouse pointer over there, you can see, all right, you can see the suggestion over here. Okay, so you can see you can rename the file to hello world.java or rename the type to hello world. You can see this, right? So with this itself, you can get to know that the name of the file and the class name should be equal. Okay, then let's move on to the main method. Okay, the main method over here. So the introduction where execution begins. The main method is like the opening line or the introduction of your letter. Okay, it sets the stage of everything that follows. You have the set of instructions over here. So this is the entry point. Okay, all right. So this is the entry point of any Java program. So it's where the computer starts. Okay, it's where the computer starts executing, and it starts and execute the instruction. So just like how a reader starts with the introduction of the letter. So it will go line by line, line by line, line by line. It won't miss any of the line. So coming over here, you can see these two symbols, the slashes, right? This we call it like a comment. So whenever the computer encounters the compiler, okay, it encounters this particular lines, right? So we call this as comment. We call this as comment. So whenever the compiler, Java compiler encounters this particular symbol, then the next to this symbol, what are the lines are written, that will be ignored. That will be ignored, because that means like that say that the compiler that understands that the line which is next to the symbol is not for me, it's for the user who is right, who reads this program or who is making use of this program and all those things. Okay, all right. So now coming to the statements over here. So inside your main method, you can write whatever you want your computer to execute, whatever your computer wants to do, you can provide the instructions within this block. Okay, so now let's say like we have a system.out.println. So let me tell you what exactly this is. So imagine you have a megaphone and you want to say something to the world. So this line of code is like picking up the megaphone and speaking your message. Here your megaphone is Java and your message is hello world. So the megaphone amplifies your voice just like this code prints the message to the computer screen. Now let's break down this code. System. Okay, system. So think of a system as a big control center or the brain of your computer. So it manages all the major operations. Okay, in Java, system is a built-in class that provides access to the system level operations like we have input and output. Then we have a term called out. Out is like the loudspeaker which is connected to the control center. It's where you direct your message if you want them to be heard or seen. So out is a static member of the system class and it's an object of type print. So it is used to send output like a text, okay, like a text to the standard output stream. So then we have a println. So println, okay, println we have, println is like the action of speaking through the loudspeaker. So it tells the loudspeaker to say whatever you say, whatever you wanted to say. So followed by moving the next line, whatever we have. Okay, all right. So println is a method of a class called print stream. So you can see over here, whenever you hover a mouse pointer to the certain terms, it will give you the suggestion. All right, guys. Yes. Okay. So thank you so much. Okay. So yes, any doubts? Gaurav, do you have any doubts? All right. So
Gaurav, please behave yourself. You can't do anything on the screen.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes. Okay, now coming over here. All right. The next we have a hello world statement. So this is the actual message. Now, if I wanted to say like, hi, welcome. So whatever message I wanted to say. So now even the 1 hour session, whatever I have communicating, right? Yes, that is what I wanted to talk to you. So now if I wanted to say that through the computer, I can put it everything over here. So that will be displayed. Okay, so hello world is the actual message you are saying through the loudspeaker. It's like holding the megaphone and saying hello world out loud. Okay, so hello world is a string. Okay, how we can say a string? So we'll look into that in a few minutes. Okay, a string. Okay, and it will be displayed. So you can see over here, it is displayed. Now let's take a simple example. Let's write a simple Java program. Okay, so let's say like, okay, I'll just do a comment. Okay, let's say calculator project. A simple calculator project. So what are the things that are required for calculator? Okay, why do you use calculator? I'll put a statement like this. Why do you use calculator? Yes. Why do you use calculator? To calculate the numerical values. Perfect. So numerical values. So what are numerical values? What are numerical values? Okay, numerical value. Okay, addition, subtraction. Okay, all right. So now we have, we have a lot of values over here, right? You can either put it in the numbers, you can either put it in a sequence of characters, you can also say true or false, right? So each and everything is considered as a data type in Java, not only in Java, in generalized, in the programming. Okay, the universal term for these values, we call it like a data type. So what kind of a data or what kind of what type of a value that you're going to provide? Okay, that is what we call it like a data types. So in Java, we have several data types: integer, string, character, boolean, and we have float as well. Okay, so float. Okay, so now let's see one by one about the data type. Okay, now, yes, let me quickly click over here. So data type, if you write 1 to 3, it's just a number. It's a whole number, right? It's a whole number. So we call it like an integer. Now let's say like 123.34. So you have a decimal. Okay, you have a decimal, which means like a decimal number is there. So we call it like a float. Okay, then you will be having a character alone. Character means one letter. A, B, C. So like this one character, we will be addressing that as character data type. So when you are providing a character data type, that has to be enclosed with a single quotes. Okay, that has to be enclosed with a single quotes. Now, when you have a sequence of character, okay, when you have a sequence of character, let me say like Sudhakar. Okay, when I can say like Daksh, when I can say like Mush. Okay, all right. So this is a sequence of characters. So when you have a sequence of characters, we call that as a string. So for the string, if you see, we will be enclosing that with the double quotes. Double quotes. Now, again, we will say like, again, one more thing is like we have true or false. Okay, true or false. So which is like on and off, 0 and 1, that kind of a thing. True or false is like a Boolean values. Okay, Boolean data type. So you have an integer data type, you have a float data type, you have a character data type, you have a string data type, and you have a Boolean. So this is the base that we will be using. Okay, so this is what we will be using. Now coming back to our calculator, do we provide a value, string value for the inside the calculator? Do we provide the characters or a sequence of characters or true or false? So which one we will be using it? Yes. So we will be using a numbers only, right? we will be using a numbers. Okay, so either it can be a float or integer, right? So we will be saying a number. So let me say over here, okay, let me say over here 25, 23 and 36. Now I want to do a addition of this. So calculator means, yes, we will be having a addition, we will be having a subtraction, we will be having a multiplication, and we'll be having a division, right? Just remove this, which will be easy. Yeah. Okay, division. Now coming over here, so 23 and 26. At the end of each statement, if you see, we will be placing a semicolon. Okay, at the end of each line, we will be putting a semicolon. So which means like the compiler will understand that this is the end of the statement. Okay, this is the end of the statement. Okay, all right. Now, let's say like, I want to add these two numbers. So simply we can say like 23 plus 36. But what is this 23 and what is this 36? What it is referring? Okay, what it is referring? Okay, so we are going to provide a name for our value. For example, if I and my friend are walking on the street, so if someone is asking like, hey, can you come here? So I and my friend will be amazed. Who's that person and whom she is addressing and whom he is calling, right? So this becomes the question that will be running around my mind. So if someone calls me, hey Nida, can you come here? Yes, I can feel that, okay, they are calling me. So I only wants to go over there. So in that case, okay, in that case, Nida. So Nida is the name. Okay, Nida is a variable, we can say, which is like Nida is a label that is provided to me. So if someone calls me Nida, yes, I will be representing to them. Okay, I'll be representing to them. And of course, yes, we have a lot of data types over here, like a byte, short, int, long, double, float, character, boolean. Yes, but I don't want you to overwhelm with the data types. Okay, so the basic data types which we will be using at the beginner level, I have conveyed it to you. Okay, your integer, your float, character, boolean, string. Okay, all right. Now coming back over here. So here we are saying 23 and 36. So these are the value that we have provided to the, we have to do a addition, let's say. Now, at the same time, what we have to do, we have to explicitly tell the Java that I'm going to make use of the integer data type. I have to make use of the float data type. I'm going to make use of a character data type. So we have to explicitly say that. So, and at the same time, we are going to provide a label for our values. The label is nothing but we call it like variables. Okay, we will call it like a variables. Okay, so now how we can do that? So first we are going to say int, which is a data type. I'm going to say the value which I'm going to provide is an integer data type. Okay, and that integer value, okay, so that integer value, store it in a variable called number1. Okay, I hope this is clear, right? So we have a value called 23. I want to store it in a place. Okay, I want to store it in a place. So I want to provide a label. So this label, we call it like a variables. Okay, we call it like a variables. And when you say number1 equal to 23, so the similar thing we will do for the 36 as well. So number2 equal to 36. So in Java, we have to explicitly say that what kind of a value that we are providing. We are providing a string, character, integer, float, even byte, short. Yes, of course. So here it's an integer. So I'm going to say int before yours. Okay. All right. So now to do a sum, yes, again, you can say int. Okay, int. And then you can say over here like sum value, or let's say the total value equal to, you can simply say number1 plus number2. Now coming over here, if you see, it is not that the calculator will always go with the addition. Okay, it is not that the number will always go with the addition. So you will have a subtraction, you will have a multiplication, you will have a division, right? So we are going to provide a condition over here. So if we want to do an addition, then you can go ahead with the, number1 plus number2. If you want to go ahead with the subtraction, then you can go ahead with the number1 minus number2, like that. So let's provide a condition. So here, for the conditions, we are going to make use of the statement called if else. Okay, an if else statement is like making a decision based on the condition. For example, if it is raining, you take an umbrella. If it is sunny, you wear sunglasses. So Java makes similar decisions using the conditions. Okay, so let's say like okay, now coming over here, let's say like okay, let's take that. I mean, now we have provided the value of our own. So whenever we go ahead with the calculator, it is not that we always go with 23 and 26. We will get the value from the user, right? The user will keep on entering the number, right? So we can make use of it. So here we have one class, one library, okay, in the Java that is called scanner. Okay, we have scanner. Scanner is a library which we can make use of it. So coming over here to the scanner, okay, I'm just going to provide a name like user input is equal to, you can say new scanner and then system.in. Okay, system.in. So if you see over here, here we are using system.in. Before we used system.out. So out means what you wanted to print, you have to say out. Suppose if you want to get from the user, then it will be an input stream, then you have to say in. So everything that comes with a system. So that's the reason we are saying system.in. Okay, so now, so we are getting, okay, we are getting a value from the user, okay, and we are assigning it to the variable that is user input. Okay, user input. So now let's print and see the user input. What is that? Okay, now let's say like user input. Okay, so now let's execute this and see. Okay, so it says like the delimiters. Okay, there is some space over here. Okay, all right. Okay, so, okay, now let's say like we have added the class. Okay, now it has some address values. Okay, now what we are going to do over here is we can say the next line we have to take it out. Okay, so here what we are doing, we are creating a scanner object to read the user input. Okay, user input. The next thing we want to ask the user to enter the number. Okay, we have to ask the user to enter the number. So let's say here, okay, let me say enter the first number. Okay, enter the first number. So now let's say that it is going to print the message, enter the first number. But we have to say that, okay, get the number. Okay, we want to put a hold over there, right? We want to put a hold until the user provides the number. So for that, we are going to use, okay, for that we are going to use, in the place of 23, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to make use of this object. Okay, this is, I mean, I'm going to make use of this user input dot. So though you have an integer data type, you will be having a method called next int. Okay, next int. So this is the method. Okay, this is the method, okay, which will be expecting the integer value from the user, and it will assign that value to the number one. Okay, yes. Okay, now let's say here system, we can say addition. Okay, then we can say over here the total value. Okay, I'm just printing here, let's say plus symbol. Okay, so to merge two string values, I mean to merge two values, you will be putting a plus. But now coming over here, if you see the concept over here is, it is enclosed with a quotation, that is string. Okay, that is string, but total value is an integer. So can you combine the string and integer? Can you combine the string and integer? Yes or no? It can be anything. No, we cannot. So in that case, how do we do? I want to convert this integer value to string. So how do we do that? Okay, how do we do that? Any guess? Parse, yes. Okay, so you have a number, okay, but you wanted to put it as a string. Okay, in that case, we will be using a parse method. Now coming to here, we have to convert the integer to the string. So for that, we will be making use of, first you have to call the string class, then you have to say value of. So you can see here value of is a method that will convert the value, whatever you're going to enter, into a string. Okay, so you can say value of, and you can bring your total value. So total value is a variable name which holds the result of our addition. Okay, now you can see addition. So string dot value of. So when you wanted to convert a string, I mean, when you wanted to convert an integer, float, boolean, whatever, any other data types, then the string. So then you to the string value, you have to use this particular one. Now at the same time, if you want to convert the string value to the integer, for example, let's say like this one, 36. 36 is a string. So you will be putting over here the data type as string. Now, if I wanted to convert the string value into an integer, then what we will be doing? As Kunal said, yes, we will be using a parse method. So what we wanted to convert? We want to convert it to the integer. So you have to call the integer class dot. So you will be having an option called parse int. Okay, you can also see the variant of int are like parse unsigned int, right? So you can say parse int, and you have to pass the string value. That's all. Okay, now let's execute this and see what we are getting, and then we will quickly move on to the conditions also. Okay, now coming over here. Enter the first number. So now the compiler is waiting you to enter the number. So let me say 14. Enter. Can you see our number 36 is here, which is a string value. We converted to the integer. So, and we entered the first number as 14. So 36 plus 14 was 50. So you can see over here, right? But always we cannot go like this, right? The calculator means, the basic calculator means it will come with the addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Okay, so now what we are going to do is we are going to have a program that is like a command line application. Everything that we are going to do it on our output area. Okay, so let's print like this. Okay, system.out.println. Guys, if you notice here, I'm doing everything from the scratch in front of you. If any error comes also, I'm going to resolve it in front of you. Okay, all right, so now let's see. Welcome to the calculator. You can name any calculator, okay? I'm just going to say calculator application. Okay, so welcome to the calculator application. Put a semicolon at the end of the statement. Okay, let's say out.println. Okay, now let's say like enter the operation which you feel to go, something. Okay, so we can say like the addition, subtraction. Okay, let's say like let's say that option also. Available options are, okay, available options are, you can say addition, you can say subtraction, you can say multiplication, you can say division. Okay, all right, so we are going to provide an option for the user to enter. Now the user is going to enter, so we want to get it, right? We want to get it, right? So again, I'm going to make use of my scanner. I'm going to make use of my scanner class. Okay, so now coming over here, I'm going to say, okay, string value, or let's say like string value. Okay, user choice is equal to, okay, user choice is equal to user input dot. Okay, user input dot. So can you see here next? So if you want a string, you can make use of a next. If you want a decimal or boolean, you can go according to it. So if you see over here, you can see the short, long, int, float, double, byte, boolean, big integer, big decimal. So everything we have a data type. So now I want to go with the string. So I'm just going to make use of next over here. Okay, then now I'm going to give a condition. So condition is like based on the decision, I'm going to make a call. That is what we call it, like a condition. So if the user enters the addition, then I'm going to provide the addition value. If the user provides a subtraction, then I'm going to give the result of subtraction. Okay, so the same thing, let's put over here, int, and I will put over here this one, and let's say enter the number 1, and let me say enter the second number. Okay, all right, and then yes, let's ignore this particular one because we are going to make use of the user. Okay, let's command this. Now let's say if, okay, if brackets user choice is equal to, okay, is equal to, you're going to say whether it is going to be the addition. So it is going to be the string, so you have to enclose with this. So you can say like addition. You may question me like, the addition, it can be, suppose if the user enters into, I mean, if the user enters the addition value all in uppercase, what we will do? Because here we are checking with a small lowercase, right? So here we are checking with a lowercase. In that case, what we will do? Let's first see whether we are getting an error or not. Then we will go ahead. Okay. So now, yes, let's say over here, we are going to say like, yeah, total value is equal to number 1 plus number 2. Okay, and then can you see total value is highlighted with an error? What is that? Hover over the mouse pointer, this will give you the suggestion. So can you see, you have to create a local variable. Okay, but you didn't say, okay, you didn't say what type it is. Okay, now if you say here int, you can see the error got disappeared. Now let me make use of this particular one. Okay, the similar way we want to check for the subtraction, multiplication, and division. So I'm going to make use of it like if addition, if not, we say that if not, right? If not, so for that we will be saying else. Okay, we will be saying else. Okay, so now let's say like if not, we can say, okay, now coming over here, else you can provide the thing over here. Let me say like system dot out dot println try after some time. Okay, try after some time. All right, yes, end with a semicolon. Now let's run this, save the file and execute it. Enter the first number. Okay, first number 25. Enter the second number. Second number, I'm going to say 90. So welcome to the calculator application. So always the calculator application should come first, right? Before the enter the first number. Okay, so enter the operation which you feel to go. So available options are addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So I'm going to say addition. Try after some time. Oh my God, what happened? Addition, yes, we provided the condition for that, right? So addition, it's a plus, we have it, right? So why it is not displaying the sum value? Okay, why it is not displaying the sum value? It is printing try after some time. Yes. Addition is small. Yes, here addition is a lowercase, but here the input which is provided by the user is the mixture of uppercase and lowercase, right? And at the same time, if you see the condition, yes, the condition is mismatched. So that's the reason it went to the else part. Now coming over here, we cannot insist the user to say, to provide the value everything in a lowercase. User might give in anything, okay? We have to take care of everything in the programming. Okay, we have to take care of everything in the programming. Now let's say like, okay, so now how you can convert, okay, how you can convert the string to the lowercase. Okay, we have each and every class. So here we say string is a class, system is a class. Okay, system has a method of out in, right? So string is a class, integer is a class. Okay, so every class that has a method. So now coming over to the string, yes, string also has a method. Now when you say user input, now if you say over here dot to, can you see, you can convert, okay, whatever input the user is providing, you can convert them to the lowercase with the help of the method called to lowercase. If you wanted to bring it in uppercase, you can say to uppercase. Okay, yes, now let's say to lowercase. Now, if you go ahead and execute it, so now I'll quickly tweak this. Okay, so let me say over here, so now enter the first number and last number, like after the selection of addition, let's say. Okay, now coming over here to the run. So welcome to the calculator application. Enter the operation which you feel to go. Available options are addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. So now the user is saying addition. So completely it is mismatch, right? Completely it's a mismatch. Now coming over here, if you enter, can you see it says like enter the first number? Yes, we can say 25 and 65. Okay, now coming after, try after some time. So what is happening over here? What is happening over here? So let's say print user choice. Okay, let's print and see what is getting, I mean, let's say system.println. Now let's execute it. Now let me quickly say, can you see it is converted? Okay, it is converted. Now coming over here, what is happening over here? Equals to. Okay, now coming over here with the equals to, if we are comparing, so in Java, everything it matters. Okay, for everything, each and everything we have a standards. We have to follow the particular standards. So if we are comparing an integer value, then we have to go ahead with this equals to. But if we are comparing the string value or a character value, then again you have to make use of the string method. Okay, again you have to make use of the string method. Now coming over here, how you can also question like, Nida, there are a lot of methods. Do we want to remember that? No, you don't want to. The simplest method is, now user choice is the one which we have as a string type, right? So now come over here, say dot. If you say dot, the Eclipse will give you the suggestion. Not only Eclipse, all the IDEs that will give you the suggestion what you want to do. So you can see here. And also if you hover between the options at the right side, you can see it will give you what this method is doing. So now coming over here, I'm going to take the equals. So now for the equals, can you see here? It compares the string. Okay, it compares the string and the result will be true if they are, if they are equal. Okay, all right. So now coming over here, let's say equals. And over here, I'm going to say addition. Okay, that's it. Okay, so in Java, if we follow the standards, then writing the program in Java is a cakewalk for us. Okay, so similar thing, let's go ahead with this. Number, let's 25. Can you see addition is 50? All right, so the similar way you can write it for the subtraction. So how you can write it? So you can provide multiple conditions altogether. When you have a multiple conditions, you can say else if. Okay, else if user choice dot equals. Okay, so let's say equals and let's say subtraction, the same thing. So I'm just going to copy paste it. Okay, so now you can say like subtraction, and here, yes, here you can say minus. Now coming over here, you can see, all right, cannot be resolved to a variable. Why? Okay, so coming over here, if you see the variable we have used over here, right? Okay, and coming over here, we have to, we have to put the braces. We have to say the block. Okay, we have to say the block is started. Okay, here the block denotes the curly braces. So whenever we wanted to say it's going to be the start of the block, then you have to say curly braces. Now again, I'm going to copy paste the else if for the multiplication. And then yes, you can. Multiplication. And the same thing for the division as well. So if none of the things are matching, then we are going to say else, try after some time. Okay, now save it. Okay, now go ahead and execute it. Let me say division now. So let me say 10 and 2. Okay, try after some time. What happens over here? Multiplication, right? I have given multiplication. I didn't change it, right? So yes, division. Second number is 2. So can you see the value of division is 5? Okay, this is a very, very basic command line programming in Java. Okay, at the beginner level, make yourself comfortable with the command line program. Okay, now it is for the calculator application. The similar way you can write, you can take another programming like converting the temperature. Okay, if you see temperature, we have Fahrenheit and we have Celsius. So you can write a program to convert the Celsius to Fahrenheit and Fahrenheit to Celsius. Okay, you can write a program on it, or you can also put more spices on this calculator program and you can enhance it. Okay, so you can observe observe the problem which is next to you, and just see like whether you can create a program to solve the particular option. Okay, all right, is this is clear? Any questions? Any questions do you have? Okay, the similar way you can write, or you can write the program. Okay, so there are plenty of plenty of scenarios that you have. I just gave you an example of conversion to the conversion of the temperature, right? So like this you can have many things. Okay, so you can also take a scenario like, okay, now in India, if you see, if you are 18 above, you can cast a vote. If not, no. So again, you can write a program for this. Okay, it is not that the entire the program should be a big problem. It is not like that. A simple scenario, okay, like casting a vote. Okay, so now let's say like you have some chocolates on your hand. Okay, so now you can say like you can also ask your friend a game. Okay, you're going to conduct a game between your friends. If the one who wins, you can provide a chocolate. So even the game, you can write it in a program. You like to draw something? Yes, you can do it in the program. Explore it more. Okay, explore it more. So I hope this session has given you a valuable glimpse into the world of Java programming. Given the vastness of Java and its many features, 1 hour is just a starting point. Okay, so to dive deeper and get a comprehensive understanding of Java, I highly recommend joining the full course which is offered by Stu Valley. Okay, they offer an in-depth curriculum that covers everything from basics to advanced concept. Okay, tailored to suit all levels of experience. So don't miss this opportunity to enhance your skills and explore the Java in greater detail. Okay, so thank you so much. Okay, and I look forward to see you all in the course. Okay, so thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity to connect with you guys. Okay, and please do let me know if you have any questions. So never mind that you don't have any experience, prior experience in the Java or something. So we here in the Stu Valley, we will be helping you from the base. Okay, everyone, if you see, like outside, they will say, oh, you're going to take a Java programming. Oh my God, that was go. that is a big hectic, it's a headache. Why you have taken the Java? So everyone will say like that. But don't worry, here in the Stu Valley we have a trained educators who will help you who will help you in understanding the Java in a very easier way. So Java will be like a cakewalk for you. Okay, so you can say, the one who said you like Java is a headache, you can say like Java is a cakewalk. So yes, so here we will be giving a training, okay, so which makes you very in a comfortable zone. Okay, so from base to the advanced level, okay, so we are there to help you out. Okay, so regarding your course, regarding the questions about the course and about the structure, the timing and all those things, you can connect with the admin. Okay, so they are the right person to help you out with those questions. But regarding the program, the Java, the one which we have discussed, the concepts, so if you have any doubts, yes, I'll be staying here in the call for the next 5 minutes. You can put your questions on the chat box. I'll be definitely helping out. Okay, so thank you once again for joining this Java Masterclass today. And I had a great time with you all. Okay, all right, so over to you, Sita. I hope you're there.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am, for the wonderful master class. So if who is like interested in internship, you can drop your details in the WhatsApp group, and please drop your feedback in Zoom chat box. How about the like master class? How you like the master class? You can drop your feedback in the Zoom chat box.
Okay, so now coming to the Kunal question. Okay, coming to the Kunal question, he asked one basic concept on Boolean value. Okay, now if you remember, when I was discussing about the conditions, I said you like, if it is raining, take an umbrella. Okay, so you can say like, is raining, you can say true or false. Okay, if you want, I can put it over here. Let me share the screen. So another 1 minute, I'll just take it out. Okay, so coming over here. All right, so now let's see. So whatever you're going to explore, you have to put it inside the main function only. So I'm going to have a variable over here, is raining. Okay, is raining. I'm going to say as false now. Okay, I'm going to say false. And this false is a type of data type that is Boolean. So I'm going to make it as a Boolean data type. Okay, now I'm going to provide a condition. If, okay, if is raining. Okay, if is raining, then I have to say, take an umbrella. Okay, let me say, take an umbrella. All right, else. Okay, if not, if it is not. Okay, so now let's say like else. You can say like anything that you can say like wear sunglasses. Okay, now is raining is false, right? So whenever you are providing a condition, okay, if the condition is true, then only we will be getting into the block, right? So is raining, so this variable will be replaced with the value false, so which means that this condition is false, so it won't get into the block, so it will go to the else block. So now you can see over here, let's execute it. Can you see, wear sunglasses. Now at the same time, if you wanted to say like true, okay, now, okay, so you can see, take an umbrella. Is it clear? Yes. So any questions that you want me to address? Yes, feel free to put your questions on the chat box. I'm here to help you out. And as I said you in the earlier, like, yes, we are here to help you out with the Java. So don't worry if anyone says you that Java is very tough to understand. So don't worry, we are here to help you out to take your Java journey in a smoother way. So from basics to the advanced, like you have like a full stack developer. So from the core Java, we have a full stack developer as well. So your journey throughout the core Java to the full stack developer in Stu Valley, it is going to be very lighter, and you're going to rock the world with the Java. And when coming to the Java, as I said, it can be in a multiple forms. If you learn Java, yes, you can go for the front end developer, back end developer, the combination of full stack developer I'm talking about. So when you learn about the full stack developer, then your salary package will be, your monthly salary will be in the 6-digit numbers. Okay, because here in the IT industry right now, we are in, there is so much wanted of the full stack developer. Okay, so where your salary package will be like 6 digits. All right. Okay, so yes, guys, so thank you so much. Okay, so I'm expecting you to connect with you for the one more session as well. So hope to see you all. All right. Yes. So thank you, Sita. I hope. Yeah. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity, Sita. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your wonderful masterclass. So hope you guys to see you in next masterclass whenever we are conducting that. So about the classes, you can just drop your feedback in the Zoom chat box. We love to hear your feedback.
And of course, a point to be noted over here. Sorry, Sita. All right. So guys, yes, if you have any special topic or any specific topic that you wanted to discuss in our 1 hour session, please, you can post those topics also on the chat box. Okay. As I said earlier, all your queries, all your doubts will be addressed. And of course, all your recommends will also be addressed. So you can put your topics on the chat box. We will be taking that specific topic also for our next. We will be planning for the session as well.
Yeah, sure. Definitely, we can do that.
Thank you.
Kunal, really sorry because we have other classes lined up, so we will not be able to like share your screen. Okay. Yeah. So thank you so much everyone for joining the masterclass. Hope you do well in future. What about the internship? You can drop your details in the WhatsApp group. Our counselor and our team will reach out to you. Drop your details as your name, phone number. We will contact you. Okay. Yeah, sure. Thank you so much. Have a good day.